So here we have Blodden. He is going to be playing Thresh as support in the bottom lane. What camp are you going to right now?
Right now, we're moving over to help Sejuani jungle because this is like how you start out the game, really. If your jungler is at the bottom side of the map, your support and AD carry help out the jungler to a safe start. I don't really know what the mid is here, just trolling around. Mid usually just sits mid and scouts for any potential invades near the river. Otherwise, if the jungler starts top side of the jungle, he usually gets help from the top laner or solo laner for all you smite players. And then the bottom and mid just sit in the river and scout for any potential invades. It's really important to have that information if they're invading or not, because then your jungler can just walk over and take the enemy's jungle camps. Relatively safe, of course.
Now, what's like the meta starting items for you?
Well, for Thresh, you use it. It actually depends on what you want to do. If you're good on Thresh and very confident in that your AD carry will let you use the stacks, the little red circles that are flowing around me right now, you go Targons, I think it's called, which basically when I last hit something, I'll get the gold and my AD carry will also get the gold.
Oh,
While
okay.
if you go the ancient coin route, which is the item that the enemy Thresh went, which is basically passive gold per 5 and mana regeneration, you're basically setting yourself up for mid-game engages, because when you upgrade it to the max tier of the item, you get an active on it, which will increase everybody's movement speed around you.
Alright, so pretty much what you're doing here is you're just roaming around trying to get these last hits for your ADC in case they miss them.
Actually, I usually just get the first creep, and then you're supposed to save the last one for last hitting if you and your AD carry just took a trade. Because when you do last hit it and you have a stack, of course, you actually heal your AD carry as well.
Alright, okay, now this warding here, what is this?
This is an early ward just to check, because usually junglers like I can't say Yasuo is a normal jungler, but junglers, either they start at the bottom side or in the jungle. Right now we can see he's going top, like to the blue buff in the jungle. So he did start red. So that ward wasn't really necessary, but it's a safe ward to put there in case the jungler wants to try like a level 2 gank at bottom.
Alright, so there he tried to pull you in, and how did you stop that from getting pulled in?
Well, basically, I knew that he didn't have his flay, which I used to get him away from me, because he had used the lantern earlier.
So as support, you're trying to just pull them in and set up the kills for the ADC.
Yeah, basically, that or just sit there and make sure that my ADC can farm. Now that this is a real mirror matchup, it's Thresh and Vayne versus Thresh and Vayne, it's really not about farming, it's actually whoever gets ahead first literally wins the entire laning phase.
Yeah, I bet.
Unless they then misplay or get ganked.
Nice grab.
Thank you. I always try to go for the weird hooks that can catch someone out, because as you can see, my AD carry and their AD carry are at similar CS, but we have an advantage. We have one more health potion on my AD carry, and that's simply because earlier trades.
I bet.
And if we can keep getting her low, this is again just safe ward.
Yeah, since you're pushed up, you need to watch your sides.
Yeah, and
because you're in a really gankable. Oh, and here you come in for the grab, and you get that kill.
Yeah, so basically what happened there, the enemy Thresh walked up thinking he'd be able to make a play, but I hooked him and then flayed him back, while I ignited him. And Ignite also has a second passive except the true damage dot, which basically reduces healing, such as from the summoner spell Heal, which was used by the enemy Thresh. I don't know why he brought Heal though, since he already have one. So basically that heal was negated by the early Ignite on him. And then he even used his flash, so Thresh, the enemy Thresh is in a really tight spot right now.
At what point does the laning phase usually end?
It's kind of different, but I usually try and roam as much as I can. Whenever I get boots of mobility, which are like the roaming boots.
Yep.
And sidestone.
Oh. They're in a bad position. They're on the wrong side.
Now here what Vayne does is that she just stays here and keeps trying to fight.
Yeah.
I wanted her to click the lantern and we could just get out, but
Yeah.
she later told me that the lantern was bugged or something. Here I get knocked off, I flash and hook,
Oh,
whilst Vayne stunned the Yasuo with her E, her condemn, into the wall.
You really turned that one around. And here
Yeah.
you've got this Thresh pinned.
Yeah, he doesn't have flash and or heal, so it's just to flame back, slow him, auto attack him once, and then let Vayne finish the job.
And that was initiated by the jungler, the enemy jungler in the first place?
Yes, he came down to gank. Well, it was actually initiated by the enemy bot lane, but the enemy jungler wasn't far behind. If he had brought flash instead of teleport, I'm pretty sure he would have gone there faster, possibly flashing in and just messing with us, maybe even getting a kill.
Picking up some new items.
Yeah, here I just picked up my 2 items that I usually go roam with. The Sightstone. There I put down a pink ward. That pink ward is gonna stay there until someone kills it. And I missed the enemy pink ward. But basically I get these deep wards in. Now there's no way the enemy Yasuo can ever like try and gank from
because you'll
that.
always see him.
Yes,
Yeah.
I always see him.
I understand.
And it's very important to get deep coverage into the enemy jungle because it will see when he leaves a camp and when he goes into the camp. So you can time based on that what you want to do around the map. Here I just use the lantern to bring him in.
Yep.
I missed the hook, he hits me. We're super far ahead, like if you just look at the items
Yeah, I can see. You guys won that team fight amazingly well.
Also, one thing I don't like about their summoner choice spells is that they have double heal. Oh, hold on.
Here you are bringing your ADC in,
So I hook him,
creating the stall.
and then I just wait for the Vayne to use her condemn, and then I use my Q again, which will reactivate and pull and make so I fly to him. And then I could flay and use the box. The box is like a 90% slow when they walk through a wall. So he was
Trying to
basically
come
dead since he
around.
didn't have flash. Yeah, I actually remember this from the game. I panicked when I saw Yasuo, but then I realized he's really low. We could have killed them both.
Oh. I was wondering why you didn't initiate that.
Yeah, panic. Wait, what was I talking about earlier before the fight? God damn, I forgot.
You were talking about... Wait, before the team fight, or...
No, before we killed Thresh.
I have no idea. Going over a lot.
Oh well.
Getting some hits on the tower.
Yeah, this is important because it's good for both teams. Good for us because we'll get global gold, but it's good for them because if they let the wave push in towards them, it will be harder for Vayne and me to go into that lane and try and last hit. Since it is easy for the enemy jungler to just come out around the corner. Here I'm going again to get a deep ward. That ward has like 10 seconds or 20 seconds left on it, but I might as well just plonk it down since I want to get back to lane as fast as possible, due to the fact that the enemy Thresh is still there and he could be zoning my Vayne from getting CS. So I walk in very aggressively since we're so ahead to make them back off. So they can't get the last hits.
Seems like, unlike in Smite, supports actually can do quite a bit of damage in this game.
Yes, they can. Thresh isn't the greatest example though. Most of his damage comes from his Flay and his passive that he gets when he levels the Flay, which is extra magic damage per auto attack.
There you go, bringing down the tower, being able to push farther up the lane.
Yeah, so right now our team is actually crushing. Our top laner is definitely crushing, and our bottom is. Here I throw the lantern away as long away as possible, but she didn't make it to the lantern, so she died. It's a shame. But since our top laner is crushing, and he is he's going very damaged because he actually went Sword of the Occult, which is a very aggressive stacking item. Actually, there aren't many stacking items in League, but the ones that you can get are very cheap. They're like Doom Orb actually, but they just give AD or man AP, which is physical power and magical power respectively.
Yeah, they're risky, but they do a lot of damage if you can do well.
Oh yes, they do. Okay, I'm just using my stacks. Love it when AD carries let me use my stacks, because you can see like it's the other Thresh passive gold generation, which isn't really that much. You don't get the item because of passive generation. You get it because you want to build it up into tier 2. Right now he has tier 2, but when he gets to tier 3 he'll get that movement speed active. And here I'm actually doing something I really like doing. I've just started picking up. Whenever we get the Scuttle Crab, which is when it dies it goes into the middle of the river and gives you a speed shrine. Like, if you look at the map, there's not much I can do here. All the lanes are either pushed out or someone's coming there to farm them. So there's no real reason for me to go and do something. So I'll just stand here with my fast mobility boots and the speed shrine to then, if I really need to.
Yeah. And also
something really quick.
Initiating this fire giant.
No, it's Gold Fury or Dragon.
Oh, this is the equivalent of a Gold Fury? Alright.
Yes. Now,
oh,
here
it's
I
a
go
great pull through the wall.
No, actually I went there so he wouldn't hook someone else important so they couldn't steal.
Oh.
I hooked the Vayne here. I ignite her and then flash out with using the wall, the box. The box, my ult, made it so it slowed both. It slowed Vel'Koz, the yellowish dude. I think he survived, but I ignited the enemy Vayne, which will basically give vision of that person even if they are out of your sight. So that way my Vayne, who also flashed over and chased, could have an easy time knowing where the Vayne went. Now here, just looking at their team comp, Nunu, Thresh and Vel'Koz, the 2nd, 4th and 5th champions on the left, are very heavy magic damage. So what I'm trying to do right now with the... Alright, this is a very bad lantern. If you see on the minimap, Vel'Koz is right there. Terrible lantern by me, but he survives. So what I'm doing with these two components, with the Null Magic Mantle and Ruby Crystal, it's magic resistant health, and with... Oh yeah, I remember this. Here, I hook the Vel'Koz over the wall, misclick my E instead of my Q to go in. There she's about to die.
Pro lantern.
I get the lantern before the last third shot is actually sent out.
And then
I just stop the Yasuo. Yeah, but the items I just bought, they build into something called Aegis of the Legion and the Locket of the Iron Solari. What that is going to do is going to give my teammates an aura, a magic resist aura. And then when I upgrade it into Aegis of the Legion, it will also have an active on it. and that active will give all my allies around me a shield whenever I use it. And I found
Well, that's convenient.
I find it really good because it helps you get assists on literally everyone.
So there, that lantern was trying to bring your ADC into the fight, so you could hopefully kill that other. What is that character's name?
Vayne. It's the same character.
Vayne.
Here I'm going mid because we decided to push out mid. I get a ward there just to make sure that we're safe from potential flanks. It's really hard to siege against the Vel'Koz, but if you can get a pick, which we'll get right about now, it's kind of easy because he doesn't
that hook
have.
really initiated that team fight.
Yeah, it did. And then I put down
There
the
you go.
lantern
Pick
just in the middle of
off.
everyone, so I could so everyone like got a shield, which would help me get an assist on a potential champion that I didn't maybe
Keep
hit.
that ward there so you don't get ganked.
Yeah, I actually don't know why I ward there. Warding there was kind of bad in my opinion. Here we get another
Well, just
pick.
in case one of them tried to come around.
Yeah, but there's 3 of them mid and we just killed 2. So
Oh, that damage.
yeah, he has 20 stacks with each, which is the maximum max stacks, and he's really damage heavy right now. He's really squishy though. If this game went on to like 40 minutes and he didn't build like straight tank now, he would be super squishy, and literally anyone on the enemy team could possibly kill him given enough time and kiting ability. Here I actually picked up the first part of the Locket of Aran'Saloy, the Aegis, which is going to give my teammates 10 or between 10 and 20 magic resist in an aura, which is just super helpful because both Nunu and Vel'Koz, the 2nd and 5th champions on the left, have AoE magical damaging ultimates. Like you see Vel'Koz, the yellow looking guy. His ultimate is a huge laser and it shoots. So it's really important to pick that up. I'm actually surprised that our Sejuani, the person I just went with, and the 2nd person on our team, went for Randuin's Omen, because their AD, well, physical damaging champions are really far behind, like 0-6 and 0-4-1. They're not looking really strong right now, so. Which was weird. He could have helped and actually get another locket. He never had enough of the shield, in my opinion.
Yeah, you guys are stomping them. 2-24.
Yeah, this game was basically over after laning phase. Now here I was just thinking, what could possibly happen here? We're super strong. And then she gets hooked. But our Sejuani gets a great glacial prison on, which you can see. And I just put down the box and just start kiting out.
Chase down that Yeti.
Yeah,
Yanu?
Nunu.
Nunu. Oh,
Basically
like
the League of
Teletubbies.
Legends equivalent of Yumiya.
Oh.
Here I know this Vayne from laning phase is really cocky, so I just wait for the moment and then I hook her. And we destroy her.
More
Put down a
wards.
ward there. It's a good ward because, like, just below that there's a so-called base gate which recently added into the game. Only the blue side team can go through that, and we have those on our reds base as well. Here I hook
You are
over the wall.
hooking through and then putting that lantern there for your ADC to get through.
Yep.
Once ahead, taking an even farther lead in gold.
Yeah, this game is basically over by now, and I get the locket now as well. I don't think I get to use it though.
21k to 36k.
Yeah, game's over. They honestly could have won if their bot lane played a bit safer and their jungle Yasuo actually did something.
There you go.
Well, that's the game.
GG.